Because
no, sir.
the
I don't
entire
trust you
thing
there.
is moving around these
I don't trust you there, sir. I don't trust you there.
No, you may not.
I don't trust you there. But yes, Mr. Kishore Bhimani, we can say that the Rajasthan Royals franchise still stays afloat because the Chennai Super Kings was also dragged into this entire fixing saga.
I think it is Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Nobody would bet if Chennai Super Kings would have been caught. Rajasthan Royal would have not dared do it.
The inference,
they would have punished there and then.
Let me make out right now is that Rajasthan Royals is still afloat.
Give me a minute.
Despite 4 or 5 of its players caught spot fixing.
Give me 1 minute.
Kishore Bhimani is because Chennai Super Kings is also dragged into this fixing net thanks to Gurunath Mayappan.
Now just give me a minute.
We are getting away from the main issue, Anand.
Yeah, 1 sec, Mr. Bhimani.
I thought I was speaking.
No,
but you can keep it. No,
just give me a minute.
Let him interrupt while I'm speaking.
Yes.
Carry on.
Yes, Mr. Chaturvedi. Finish, sir.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that, you see, this is a Bangladesh report. The player was caught and he was sacked within no time. So if Rajasthan Royal people were sacked within no time, this controversy, the intention of the board, people sitting in the board is not there to punish people, those who are wrong. If the board precedent is clean, if he can take the action proactively against people, those who are guilty, nothing wrong will percolate further.
Sir, he has not done it in the last 14, 15 months. We don't expect him to do anything right now. Mr. Bhimani, go ahead, sir.
Let us not say that because we are preparing for the World Cup or because somebody plays an excellent helicopter shot or somebody has taken a hat-trick, you don't investigate this further. Today, the game of cricket is bigger than all the individuals.
Yes.
And today, all these individuals who may be innocent, totally innocent, but let us not avoid the public knowing about what is happening. This country needs transparency. We have in this country a very bad habit of sitting on secrets, whether it be the 62 war, the 71 war, investigations, nothing will come out. Everything will remain in the cupboard. Why? We, the public, have a right to know. We need to hear from the people what they are investigating. And especially when it comes from an excellent individual like Mukul Mudgal, it should be in the public domain.
See, Sanjay Hegde,
I entirely disagree there.
Yes,
listen,
before you answer,
I disagree with Mr. Bhimani.
Before you answer, just want to add to that. You know, that's the point. This report, headed by Mukul Mudgal, why should it not be made public when A, it will clarify who's guilty and who's not in the eyes of the report. B, it will once and for all put rest to all speculation, which I think is a good thing. Why shouldn't the cricket fan know?
It was not Mukul Mudgal's job to decide guilt.
There are names of Team India players who've come up. Shouldn't the cricket fan know whether those Team India players are doing something unlawful or not?
Please, Mukul Mudgal's job was not to decide guilt or innocence.
No.
Mukul Mudgal's job was to report.
Facts. Yes, to present the facts.
He has done his job.
Exactly.
He's done his job. Now it's for the court.
Exactly. So the
now
investigation.
Please don't prejudge the court.
So the
please
investigation,
don't jump your guns before the court decides what it has to do on that.
Fair enough.
Now this transparency point.
But that's the point. It's a presentation of fact. It is obviously not an adjudication of guilt, but the presentation of facts themselves, would it not make it clear what exactly happened? Should the cricket fan not get to know in the eyes of the report what exactly happened? How is that going to be detrimental to anyone? You are not the Supreme Court. The cricket fan is not the Supreme Court. The process is in the Supreme Court.
Sir,
the Supreme Court has
the game of cricket.
It has to decide what
the game of cricket has not gone beyond 9 countries. But 1.2 billion people have made it one of the most watched sports in the world, sir.
That the Supreme Court
one country. And that is this country, this nation of India, who treats this nothing short of a religion.
And the Supreme Court has also said that today. They've asked specifically all parties involved whether it should be made public, which means the court is also considering whether or not it should be made. Yes, but it shows that the court thinks that there is a possibility that it should be made public.
Don't rush to judgment. That's all I'm telling you.
No, sir. We are not rushing to judgment. Like you said, this Mudgal probe panel is a group of very, very highly regarded individuals who have gone in and who are going to state the facts.
I hold in the highest respect.
Correct. Who are going to state the facts. And it is the owner. It is the responsibility. It is the responsibility towards the fan, towards the 1.2 billion people of the country, that they are made aware of the facts. Whether somebody's role there or not there.
My answer is simple. If you do not like what's happening in cricket, stop watching it.
No, but that's not a solution.
That automatically has its own impact.
If something goes wrong,
listen,
I'm sorry, that is just not a solution and that is not an argument, Mr. Hegde. It's like telling people if something goes wrong, stop believing in God. It doesn't make any sense. Atul Vasan, Sanjay Hegde saying don't rush to conclusions. But if we get to know what is there in this report, wouldn't that actually avoid any rush to conclusions? Wouldn't that actually clarify things so that nobody then starts suspecting unnecessarily and does not rush to conclusions?
The job of drawing conclusions is the Supreme Court's job.
Yes, we are agreeing with that.
It is not the job of the average
if the report is made public, no public will not then jump to conclusions.
Anything.
Atul.
Mr. Hegde.
Can one person speak at a time?
Yeah, Atul, go ahead, please.
Atul
Vasan, please.
Can we talk one at a time, please? Because so many people are talking at the same time. See, I think we are confusing it. Mr. Mudgal did a job. He went on some hearsays, some information, and then investigated it. Even if he found somebody guilty or he feels that there's something has been taken forward, it has to be taken by courts, and those people have to be investigated again.
Exactly.
Even if they've caught, they'll go to courts, they'll get bail. Everybody, even the people caught in the last fixing scandal are saying they didn't do anything, they're on bail. So the cases will go on. So this thing will carry on going. The point is that if we have made an issue of this, we are swinging from this spectrum, end of the spectrum, to the other spectrum. We're talking about the ethics and morals of the game and WG Grace. Again, we are going back 1 billion people. We are confusing this whole debate. We're talking
we are not.
about if
No, we are not.
has done something. Make it public.
No, we are not, Atul Vasan, and I'm going back to I'm going to go back to what I asked you just some time back before you joined us, Mr. Chaturvedi, coming to you in just a bit. The fact is, we have what the Tamil Nadu CBCID has investigated. They have got the voice sample which matches. To Gurunath Mayappan. We've got the person on record who purchased a SIM card on behalf of Gurunath Mayappan, the very same SIM card which he used to speak to Vindu Dara Singh and Vikram Agarwal.
Let's not waste our time.
Wait. What I'm asking you is, after all of this, this man, his role in betting is beyond doubt. Now, after all of this, if the captain of the Indian cricket team has gone ahead and told the Mudgal Pro panel that this man is nothing more than a cricket enthusiast, do I or do I not want to know? Should the people of the country not know what MS Dhoni's position is on a man who's been betting on the game?
First of all, let me tell you, we don't even know in what and how many words he said this. It is just construed in so many ways what he said.
We want to know. If he's not said it, we want to know if Dhoni has come out and said take strict action. We respect him for that. We need to know that.
If I know anybody, I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the last guy. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the last guy who will actually go and do this kind of thing. You know, he's one of the most straightforward people.
See, Atul,
and I'm sure he doesn't want, don't want to actually be in your face and rock the boat too much. He's just watching to go along the system. If this person did wrong, take him out of the game.
Atul, I just
if
want to
one
ask
person did wrong,
question.
take that person out of the game. Take that evil thing out of the game, but not destroy everything.
You're talking about, the Supreme Court will decide if somebody needs to be investigated further or not. Exactly, that is what will happen. I have a very simple question. If the Supreme Court decides that certain individuals do not need to be investigated, isn't that a good thing, and isn't that something the fans deserve to know?
Yes.
Which is why, again, we should know what to say in the report.
That's what I said. I think this
if the Supreme Court
everything should be out in the open, If the court deems fit, everything should be in the open. And people should not be given a chance or a choice to decide whether... I'm surprised I heard that they said, okay, all the parties should go and decide whether this should be in the public domain or not. I think that decision should be taken out of their hands by the court itself.
Sanjay Hegde.
Can I explain that?
Saad and Mr. Chaturvedi, coming to you, quick word from Sanjay Hegde.
What to do with the report? It has asked all parties. Please tell me what you want to say about whether I should make this report public or I should not. So that is why I keep repeating to you, don't rush to judgment. The job of judgment is the Supreme Court's job.
May I say something here?
Yeah, Saad, please come in.
Anand, may I say something? The public is always going to come to its own conclusions. No matter what the Supreme Court says, the public and every cricket-loving public person over here in India is going to come to his own individual conclusion. Now it is, and therefore it becomes all that more important for the BCCI to become transparent in order to retain his confidence. And the problem is that we are so badly caught within the hands of the politician that the truth is the first thing that gets, because they come up with political solutions, and truth is the first thing that gets compromised. And if you're going to cover up corruption cover-up of corruption is corruption, then Atul, don't you think that every player that is covering it up, every official that is covering up, every Srinivasan that is covering up is corrupt? So Atul, we need to, like you said earlier, you agreed earlier, the game is far bigger than the individual. The game is everything. We've compromised the game over 20 years, 30 years.
And I think if the and I think Saad, if the things are in Supreme Court already, it's not a Sessions Court. I think this country, if it's thriving and alive and kicking, is the belief and faith in judiciary. And without that, we've got nothing in this country. So I think in this country, Supreme Court is the most respected authority, and if they say something, and it doesn't really matter what the people
think. That's precisely the reason why we are sitting and discussing this out. And Himanshu Chaturvedi, thanks for your patience.
Still feels otherwise. Besides,
going to him. Yes, Mr. Chaturvedi.
They will decide on the legalities.
Sir, just wait on. I'm just bringing in Mr. Chaturvedi, and also he's been wanting to make a point, and I'll come to you. Yeah, Mr. Chaturvedi.
I'm quite surprised. Two things which has happened into few minutes last. I'm quite surprised the way Atul is trying to put it. You've been a player, Atul. Is it only the Supreme Court which is supposed to see the wrong things happening? It is not the administrator of the cricket associations to look into the wrong which is happening? I'm quite surprised that each time you do a wrong or a scam has happened, it should go to the court. The Supreme Court. Second is, Mr. Hegde is saying that you stop watching cricket. That means if anything wrong is happening, the people must go away. The wrong people, the corrupt people on the administration should stay there. Now, I'm quite surprised with the two statements, and one is coming out from Atul. Atul, I'm sure, as a sportsman, we must make sure that the cleaning starts at the administrative level, not each time we have to go and knock the door of the court.
But you know what, Mr. Chaturvedi, the sorry part here today is, the sorry reality, Saad, and I'm coming back to you, is the fact is that nobody from the administration, the who's who from the political world cutting across party lines, kept their mouth shut. They could not do anything to set Srinivasan aside. The only body that was able to do that, the only body that was able to do that was the Supreme Court. That's the sorry state of affairs. Yes, sir.
Look at the amount of money involved in the profits of the BCCI coffers.
Anand, I'm not going to talk if this man is going to keep
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know, the issue is that, Anand, we discussed this earlier in the afternoon. The matter is very simple. Earlier, when this thing broke, at least there were 3-4 people, really noble people, who went and retired and said, who said, no, we don't want to be part of this mess. But today, there's no one. Today, not a single person that is coming up and saying, including the players, including the administrators, and also Atul, I just want to add to what you were saying. Legalities the court will look into, but what about those hundreds of thousands of people who are betting on cricket in India? They know exactly that that the game has been compromised, and they know that there is no proof over there. So there is so much that the court can do, not beyond that. Beyond that, it is up to the morals and ethics of an association which just completely seems to lack those.
Well, exactly. It's credibility, it's reputation.
It is.
And there is a huge responsibility to.
I agree with you.
Mr. Hegde, you know why we say this? The Supreme Court today is not just hearing a case between a petitioner and a defendant. It is actually responsible for the trust and the belief of the fans. And I say to you, as a fan, and not just for debating sake, I'm saying this because today it pains me as a cricket lover and as a fan to see SMSs and messages coming while a game is saying that this team is going to score this money, this player will get out at this score, and there are about 10 messages that come. That is how much this game has been degraded to. That is how much, when a particular result happens, the first reaction you hear from fans is, "Arey, ye to fixed hai yaar. Ye aise hi hona tha. Abhi agla match wo jeetenge." This is not what you want to hear,
sir. But as a lawyer, no. The Supreme Court can't take into account anything beyond the law. Because the Supreme Court is a court of law.
But they can put and they can make, they can give out a verdict and they can put systems in place which will get these people online, which will tell these kind of administrators and selectors that they cannot get away with flouting the rules brazenly just because they claim to be an independently managed body which has its own constitution, which the BCCI itself does not respect.
I may agree with you administratively. I may agree with you as a fan. But as a lawyer and as a man of law, I must tell you that there are limitations into what a court can look into.
Agreed.
Which is entirely what is on the record.
Agreed. No,
entirely within the framework of law.
See, Sanjay
and
Hegde,
it cannot step in into a game, no matter how much you want that to.
We are not saying that the Supreme Court is going to order the arrest of XYZ. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying today is that the report should be made public. Just closing comments from you, Kishore Bhimani, regarding the fact that the report should be made public, and also regarding what happens to CSK and N. Srinivasan. Isn't their position untenable? Isn't credibility questioned? What happens? Closing comments from Mr. Bhimani.
Tina, just a very brief comment here. Mr. Hegde has talked about legality. He's talking as a lawyer. I'd like to talk as somebody who doesn't know the law but who's trying to learn. When the BCCI does not like a law, it changes it.
Correct.
When Mr. Srinivasan wanted to become a team owner, they changed the law. When today a team was announced to go to Australia, they changed the law when they said that the selectors will select a man who is fit today. There are 4 people who are declared unfit today by the selectors, by the board, but they have been taken on the team because they have changed the law. Mr. Srinivasan changes the law when he feels like it, and when we are talking about Gurunath Mayappan, he says no, he is just a cricket enthusiast. Now, why is he defending him? And which legal man can tell me that what he has done is right? He has broken the spirit of the game, the morals and the ethics of the game. And I, as a cricket fan, am very, very hurt.
Every single cricket fan
the answer
is hurt.
to that is very simple. Get your parliament to pass a law. Take over the BCCI. Pass a law in parliament.
But that, Mr. Hegde,
that is where let's
stringent laws perhaps pertaining to the
entire
game
political fraternity is together on that.
Yes,
they will never do that.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. But that's a separate issue. That's a separate debate.
No, that is the issue.
Yes,
if
more stringent laws need to come in pertaining to the game. But with the situation as it is right now, what happens next? We are saying that the report should be made public. It will, if anything, restore some credibility. If anything, put an end to speculation. Gentlemen, we are out of time on the first News Hour debate tonight. Thank you very much for joining us.